Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a mini tutorial or guide on what Mark II is. So recently I've been getting a lot of questions on my channel about Mark II. What is it? How do you get it? What is this whole business of your robot having 20% more health or your weapons doing 20% more damage? I'm hoping that this video will be able to answer a lot of those questions that you may have. For those of you that happen to drop by because you wanted to see some gameplay, unfortunately this video won't have any gameplay, but I'm still going to continue with that in the next few days or so here. But getting back to this video, what is Mark II? So Mark II is an enhancement that you can do to your robot once you reach level 12. What it does is, in the case of a robot, it gives it 20% more health once you reach Mark II level 12. And in the case of weapons, when you reach Mark II level 12, with the weapons too, it will do 20% more damage. So what I've actually done here in my lineup, and I think the best way to actually show this is, let me go to my profile here. So I decided to just buy a Destria for demonstration purposes here. So it's level 2, and I have a Bulgasari which is level 12, and then Spectre. Now, if you take a look at the labeling of the robots at the top, the Spectre and the Fury, you will see Spectre MK2 or Mark II. So I have two of those, and then I have the Fury MK2 or Mark II. Now, if you take a look at the Destria and the Bulgasari, they are highlighted in white, and that's how you can tell the difference between a player that has a regular level 12 versus someone who has Mark II. Or enhanced, robots and weapons. So the way that this works is, if I click on a Destria here, you just see your typical upgrade. Okay, so yeah, you can upgrade a Destria, to whatever you want it to be here. Actually, I'm going to speed this up here just to get this out of the way, and you can see that it's nothing different. Like most of you guys will be familiar with, this window. And where it says upgrade and you can speed it up, so on and so forth. Now, when I switch to the Bulgasari is level 12, but you'll notice that it doesn't show up in green because it is not Mark II, and it's obviously not enhanced. Now, when you get to level 12, you'll see a button at the bottom which has enhance. Now, if you click on that, this window will pop up, and basically it's giving you an option to enhance your robot and basically to give it 20% more health. But there's a bit of a catch here. In order for you to get that 20% more health, you have to get it up to level 12. In order to actually start the process, you have to pay 500 gold in order to actually start that enhancement. If you want more information though, and this is very important that you do look at this, if you click on the more button, it will give you a scale, the regular level 12 on the left side versus the MK2 or Mark II on the right side. Now, if I go back to this window here, if you take a look at the bottom, it says 190k, 40 kilometers an hour, and then it has dash. Now, 190k is the health for this robot. If we go to enhance and we click on more, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you look on the left column here, it will say 190,000. So that is the amount of health that your Bulgasari has. Now, if you click on enhance and you pay 500 gold, or you spend 500 gold rather, what's going to happen is your Bulgasari is actually going to go from 190,000 health to level 1, so only 116,400. So you're actually losing, in a sense, you're actually nerfing your own robot. I know it sounds really weird, but just bear with me here. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to enhance my Bulgasari. So if you take a look now at the bottom, of the screen here, it's going to show 190,000 health. When I enhance it, it is going to drop down to 116,400. So it's actually going to lose health. Okay, so we're going to enhance this. And at the bottom it has 117,000. I think that was about right. So 117,000. So it actually has less health now. It doesn't have 190,000. So what I have to now do is I have to upgrade this, and hopefully I have enough silver here. But I'm going to speed this up. So just keep in mind that it had 190,000 when it was at level 12. So we're going to be speeding this up. I'm going to try my best to speed this up here. Going to be burning through quite a few resources, but hopefully you get the point. And fortunately for me, this is not on my own account, because this is something that I don't like doing. Many of you are aware of that. So how much health does this have? Okay, so I'm just going to stop it here. So at Mark 2 level 9, it has the same amount of health as a level 12 Bulgasari. Now I'm going to speed this up, and you're going to see that when I get to max level, which is now, this is max level, it has 228,000. So that's how the whole Mark 2 works. Now in the case of the robot, it has more health, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe the shield of the Bulgasari gets strengthened as well by 20%. So the same thing applies to weapons. Now if I were to let me just pick, I'm gonna pick like maybe a Kumiho here, so I can just show you. I had a Kumiho loaded up, and I'm gonna select this one here. So you can see here, the regular level 12 Orkin does 1,890, and this Orkin here, which is Mark 2 level 12, does 2,268. So hopefully you guys can understand, how it works. So for me to enhance this, I would have to pay the 500 in order to do that. But this is the scale, okay? So on the left side, you always got to look at that, 1,890. And then you have your Orkin Mark 2. If you get it down to, or I should say, if you upgrade it to level 12, you will have 2,268, which is basically what the other Orkin has here. Okay, so that's how you get your weapons to be enhanced. Now that pretty much explains, the whole Mark 2, how you get it, how you upgrade, what does it do. But in terms of my tips for doing this, because I think it's very important, I do it myself. What I have actually done as of late is I have not made my robots Mark 2 level 12, and I'll tell you the reason now why. This game is releasing content at such a rapid rate. You get one robot, you level it up to Mark 2 level 12, and then a couple weeks later they come out with another robot that kind of seems better. So my advice here would be to focus on your weapons being Mark 2 level 12. Get your weapons up to par, get them as high as possible, and then focus on your robots. So essentially, what I've done with my main account, and I can't switch over here, but with my main account, all my robots are just regular level 12. My weapons are the ones that I'm actually focusing on, because weapons are what does that high damage. And there's other benefits to that. Obviously if you're doing more damage, you make more silver, so it pays off that way. But my advice would be to focus on your weapons first. If you are finding that, like say, Orkins or Terrans are doing a lot of damage, and that's where a lot of the bulk of your damage is coming from, my advice would be to get those to Mark 2 level 12 instead of focusing on your robots. Because a robot that is good today, tomorrow it might be something else, and at least that way you can just keep your robot one side, get another robot, level that up to level 12, but you can throw on your Mark 2 level 12 weapons onto the new robot. But anyways guys, I hope this tutorial was able to help you in understanding what Mark 2 is. If you have any tips that you'd like to share, maybe leave that down in the comment section below. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.